The WNBA just hit a breaking point, and Brittney Griner is right in the middle of it. The league is on fire, and not in the way fans were hoping. After weeks of backlash from Brittney Griner's controversial comments about Caitlin Clark, things have only gotten worse. The spotlight isn't just on Clark's rising star anymore. It's now burning straight through the veterans who built the league but can't seem to handle its future. The media is divided. Fans are outraged. And the players? Some are staying silent. Others are doubling down. This isn't just about a few post-game words anymore. It's about a cultural collision inside women's basketball. One that's exposing deep rifts between old guard entitlement and new era excellence. So here's the question. Is the league evolving into something greater? Or eating itself from the inside? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like if you're here for truth over spin, and stick around. This storm is just getting started.
Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man. One of the videos that give us cause to say that is this video. It is from her Instagram stories from years and years ago. And when it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of like AI detection and plus manual surveyors to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a female chest, we have to take this down. Oftentimes, if breast cancer runs in a family, women will preemptively get like double mastectomies. And there's some great surgeons out there, don't get me wrong, but I don't see any scars on Brittney's chest that would be indicative of a double mastectomy or top surgery for gender transition.
Well, the drama didn't die down. It just evolved. And now it's boiling over. Just when Brittney Griner probably thought the backlash from her viral comment about Caitlin Clark was starting to fade, the entire league got hit with a wake-up call. Not from the WNBA, but from the fans, the media, and yes, from Patrick Bet-David, who didn't hold back a bit. While the league danced around controversy, PBD came in swinging with one of the most savage reality checks we've heard in years. He brought receipts, fire, and zero patience for the double standards infecting women's basketball. Clark's arrival lit a fire under the WNBA. And for once, people were actually watching. But instead of celebration, what did she get? Fouls, trash talk, cold shoulders, cheap shots, and Griner, one of the league's most recognizable faces, added fuel to the fire by mouthing off during a game and sparking a national debate. PBD's response? He didn't dance around it. He didn't soften it. He said what millions were thinking. If this was any other league, Clark would be protected, respected. She'd be the golden ticket. And instead, she's being treated like a threat. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Clark didn't break the game. She broke the comfort zone. This isn't just about one player mouthing off. It's about a generation of veterans who spent years demanding attention. And now don't. Know how to handle it when it finally arrives, but it's focused on someone else. Clark didn't steal the spotlight. She earned it. She brought it. She is the reason the WNBA is getting airtime, fans, revenue, yes, pressure. And suddenly, that pressure is too loud for some. Griner's complaint about fans being disruptive? That's not just a quote. It's a window into a mindset. We wanted a bigger stage, but not if we're not the ones in the center of it. The moment Clark got injured and missed a few games, ticket prices plummeted. The data doesn't lie. She's not just a player. She's the reason the league has momentum. And when she's out, the whole system trembles. Patrick Bet-David hammered this point home, not to insult other players, but to hold up a mirror. Who's actually moving the needle? Who's delivering ratings, fans, and revenue? It's not entitlement. It's not legacy. It's impact. And right now, Caitlin. Clark is the impact.
About to get into that is really hard and really scary. You're about to be a mom. How is that feeling? Pops. Oh, let me get it together. About to be a pops. Please tell me how exciting that is for you and what you're looking forward to most.
I'm super excited. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just drop it. He's here. So he's here. Yes. 7/8/24.
Brittney Griner has long been a lightning rod in the world of women's basketball. Since entering the league, her towering presence, physically, vocally, and stylistically, has sparked questions that much of the mainstream sports media has lacked the courage to confront. Now, with the WNBA reportedly introducing mandatory biological testing, those long-avoided questions may finally receive definitive answers. According to emerging reports, the league will now require all players to undergo comprehensive hormonal and chromosomal analysis before each season. This is no routine drug screening. It's a deep-dive biological assessment intended to confirm whether athletes meet the WNBA's eligibility standards for female competition. Independent medical professionals will evaluate the results, and those who fall outside the criteria will be disqualified from play. Predictably, media outlets and activist groups have rushed to label the move as discriminatory, invasive, and transphobic. But let's be clear, women's sports exist to provide a fair playing field for biological females. That's not hate, that's science. If an athlete can't verify she's a biological woman, then competing against those who are undermines the very foundation of women's athletics. The timing couldn't be worse for Griner. She's already facing public scrutiny after a viral clip appeared to show her hurling a racial slur at Caitlin Clark, the rookie phenom who's breathing new life into a league long dismissed by casual fans. That moment stripped away the polished image and exposed a deeper hostility towards the player who's arguably doing more for the WNBA in one season than some veterans have in a decade. Now, as the league tightens its policies and the spotlight intensifies, Griner isn't just battling controversy. She's fighting to preserve her very place in the sport. Whether she emerges from this storm vindicated or sidelined will say a great deal about the future of the WNBA and who it truly represents.
I saw this and was like, a lady mistake.
Let's be honest, really honest, about what's unfolding. Brittney Griner has been the subject of quiet speculation for years. Standing at 6'9", with a voice deeper than Barry White's, and a build more consistent with male physiology than female, Griner has always stood apart. These aren't insults. They're observable facts that the mainstream sports media has tiptoed around. But now, thanks to a groundbreaking new WNBA policy, the league may be forced to confront what it, and everyone else, has long avoided: biological. Reality versus political correctness. The WNBA is reportedly introducing mandatory hormonal and chromosomal testing for all players before each season. This isn't just a doping check, it's a full biological profile to confirm eligibility for women's competition. The results will be reviewed by independent medical experts, not league insiders. Anyone who doesn't meet the criteria won't be allowed to play. Critics are already calling the move invasive, discriminatory, even transphobic. But the core question is simple. Are women's sports still for biological women? That's not hatred. It's common sense. If you can't prove you meet the basic biological threshold for the league, you shouldn't be in it. The stakes are that high. Griner, a test case in every sense Griner's situation, is especially contentious. Years ago, a shirtless Instagram video of her sparked renewed curiosity. Oddly, Instagram's AI didn't flag the video, something it's programmed to do with female nudity. If even artificial intelligence can't identify Griner as biologically female, shouldn't human institutions at least ask questions? Then there's her on-court dominance. Griner's reach, strength, and athleticism consistently outpace her peers. Some argue her edge wouldn't exist if she were competing against biological men. Her professional success, Olympic medals, WNBA, titles, individual records could look very different if evaluated through the lens of biological advantage. Speculation ranges from the possibility that Griner may be intersex to the idea that she could be undergoing ongoing hormone therapy. Neither scenario eliminates competitive concerns. They intensify them. If true, they represent advantages that other biological women do not possess. It's not just personal. It's structural. Griner's personal life has also fueled debate. Her social and romantic presentation often aligns more with traditionally male behaviors than female ones. This isn't about sexual orientation. Many gay women compete in sports without controversy. This is about patterns, biological, behavioral, and competitive, that no longer align cleanly with female norms. The WNBA's move likely wasn't made lightly. The league is under pressure from fans, players, and corporate sponsors to restore competitive integrity. And the timing is not coincidental. Women's sports are exploding in popularity thanks to genuinely biological female athletes like Caitlin Clark, who is rewriting the league's cultural and commercial relevance. Fans drawn in by Clark expect authentic female competition, not ambiguity. The tipping point for women's sports, if doubts about eligibility go unchecked. Everything Clark and others are building could crumble. The testing policy is designed to protect that future. Players with nothing to hide will likely support it. Those with something to fear? Expect them to wage legal battles and media campaigns. Already, advocacy groups are threatening lawsuits, claiming privacy violations and discrimination. But those arguments weaken when you remember what women's sports are supposed to be: a level playing field for biological women. The fallout could be massive. The WNBA's policy isn't just about Griner. It could set a global precedent. International leagues, Olympic committees, and school athletics bodies are watching closely. If successful, this model could redefine how women's sports handle gender eligibility across the board. But make no mistake, for Griner, this is an existential threat. If the tests reveal she doesn't meet eligibility standards, her entire legacy could be re-evaluated. Championships, records, everything. The pressure is immense. Her recent controversial behavior, including alleged remarks about Caitlin Clark, might reflect that stress. The rest of the league is watching too. Many of them are biological women who've trained their whole lives to get here. If they've been competing against athletes with unacknowledged biological advantages, they deserve answers and justice. Cultural shift or PR disaster. The league must tread carefully. Move too fast, and the policy could be derailed in court. Move too slow, and fans will accuse them of stalling. The independent medical review process will be critical. If there's even a whiff of bias or manipulation, the credibility of the entire initiative collapses. But if done right, this policy could re-establish trust between the league and its fan base. A base that has often felt betrayed by the WNBA's forays into divisive political narratives. This isn't about left or right. It's about fairness in sport and protecting the women who've earned their place the right way. Science, sport, and the fight for fairness modern medicine can now produce data with near absolute clarity. Hormone levels, chromosomal makeup, and physiological traits can confirm or debunk speculation. Facts are coming, and those facts will speak louder than any hashtag, press release, or activist op-ed. For Griner, this is a moment of truth. The years of speculation, deflection, and silence are over. Objective science will answer the questions fans, critics, and players have been asking. Final word, a defining moment for the WNBA. This policy signals a hard pivot for a league long accused of prioritizing politics over performance. It says loud and clear, integrity matters more than ideology. The cultural implications go far beyond basketball. They reach into every sport, every level, and every institution trying to reconcile gender identity with competitive fairness. As for Brittney Griner, she's no longer just a player. She's now the focal point of a reckoning that could reshape the future of women's sports. What will the tests reveal? And when they do, how will the world respond? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe for more unfiltered sports commentary. Because truth matters, even when it's uncomfortable.